Okay, welcome to this last session. What happened? Welcome to this last session of the conference, which is a industry talk. And we have with us people from Tident Technologies. So I would like to invite Parag, who is the founder. We have Spandan Raha, who is application scientist in Tident Technologies, and Atharv Raj, who is a tech engineer. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, and I think we just need. So while people are settling back, I'll just give some nostalgic feel to this. It's been like almost 10 years. 2010, I was here doing a conference in CBCS, and I can see the change. It's really enormous change. And back then, I was just starting off with eye tracking in this domain. And today, I have a good experience now. And also nice to see a lot of people who were back then in masters, now as professors, with a lot of enthusiasm. They're encouraging me as well. So here I'm representing the industry side. I saw a lot of students come up and ask for internships or opportunities in industry or in our company. So our company is still relatively small, but we have one of your alumnus from CBCS as our application scientist, and Atharvaraj Spandan, and then Atharvaraj as our technical lead or technical manager. So I'm going to talk. I have limited amount of time because we are trying to close it a little bit earlier. So what we have done is we have the products in our portfolio, and which I'm going to talk a little bit about. But then at the same time, what we have done is we have collected some data with devices, namely EEG and eye tracking, wearable eye tracking. And there is some finding which we want to show you. It's also just to explain the ease of use, but I'll get on with the devices which we have. So some of them, most of them, they know about eye tracking, they know about Topa. But still, like I'll just take you through the latest device portfolio which we have. So eye trackers from Topa are our mainstay. We have been promoting it for a long time. And screen-based eye trackers, which are for high frequency, like 1200 hertz, without a chin rest. And these are typically used across age groups. So it could be like an infant or to someone with who is doing research on geriatric population without any headrest or chin rest required. And then we have Fusion, which is like a screen-based eye tracker. And then we have the wearable eye trackers. Now, this one eye tracker which you see on the left side here, that is a newly launched device. And it's mainly, we are targeting a large-scale application. So if you're doing hyperscanning, if you're doing 3 or 4 people doing an eye tracking task at the same time, the price point is lower. The frequency is higher than the research grade eye tracker. But then there's a little bit of compromise on the size of the head unit. So it's a little bit smaller than this one. So that's the new edition, and it's also at a relatively lower price point. So it can be used for, if you are having some price crunch. That's usually the complaint, like all the eye trackers are super expensive. So this is an option which you can look at. And yeah, we have clip-on lenses for that as well. Yeah. So, and then I'll not go in detail with this, but the applications. We do have a lot of research entities, plus a lot of brands or commercial entities which are doing eye tracking research. And that's where a lot of inquiries were, like how can we go out in the market, use cognitive science knowledge. So there are a lot of brands which are opening up to behavioral sciences, a lot of design groups. So each design group is going to have like one cognitive scientist, one behavioral scientist. So that's what the trend has been in the last 4-5 years now. So that's where you can apply. And the next in our portfolio are the EEG headset. We have one over here, and we have a complete range. So this is a dry EEG. So we have a range which starts from, channel wise, it starts from 4 channel. It can go up to 256 channels. We have gel based, saline, water based, dry. So all the variety which you can imagine for EEG, we have it. And then these are some of the models which are there. So we have cap based. We have some which are like a crown or a tiara. So, and the ones on the bottom over there, so those are very flexible. Those are built into textile. So it can be easily used for home-based studies as well. Now, applications, again, I'm not going to stress more on that. So what we have is EMGs. So there's one interesting paper from NIT Raipur. So she is looking at the pressure of the foot. So this is something which we are actually using for understanding the workload on workers. So there's one case where we are working, and there what's happening is it's not only your mental workload which people want to measure, but also the physical workload. So this gives you an understanding of how the muscle is active. So what level, at what point in time is the fatigue kicking in, and how the muscles give out the electrical signals. And then we have a product which is creating a lot of interest, which is for brain imaging. This is a flexible and portable FNIRS set, and it comes in 2 variants. 48 channel, which can go up to max 204 channels, and a smaller one which is 4 channels up to 15 channels. So and then there's one more interesting product which we have. This is Profia. It is a newly launched software. Now this platform is actually helping in multimodal studies. So if you are having 3 or 4 eye trackers or cameras or any other sensors, it could be EMG, it could be motion capture, it could be EEG. So all can be time synced and used on the same platform. So it's an interesting product, and I don't have a demo of it right now, but the next is also a little bit more interesting. It's a new addition to our portfolio. It's called Soma Reality. Spandan has some videos which we have recorded outside, and so this product is actually taking in the pupil data and using that to give you a cognitive load estimation. It's been validated with EEG. It can also, like the new module which will be coming up, so that will give you more data on consciousness perception as well. So it can be used for, say, market research or usability or HMI studies. And so what the next part of the presentation is going to be is about a demonstration which we plan to hear, but now with the constraint of time, we are going to just show you the results. And at the end of it, if someone has more interest, we are still outside, we can show you there as well. Yeah, so over to Spandan. Yeah.
Hello everyone. So I am Spandan. I see a lot of familiar faces here. Greetings for being here. So I will just walk you through the demonstration of what we did just outside of the hall. So we used the wearable eye tracker and the portable EEG, and we wanted to see what findings we can get from a simple puzzle solving task. So I used the software by BitBrain to present the stimulus, like to record the data, to sync the data. I used BitBrain, and the analysis was done by SenseMetrics after being recorded by SenseLab. So this is usually how the dashboard looks for SenseLab when you are syncing two devices. So this is for eye tracking and EEG. The EEG that we used was a 12 channel. It is called BitBrain Diarm, and the glasses is Topa Pro Glasses 3. So here's what you will see in the dashboard. So if you are presenting a stimuli which is screen based, you can also see the stimuli there, and this is usually how it looks. That you see is a glimpse of the task that we used, a simple puzzle, and the task was very simple. It was basically you need to put the puzzle blocks in places. So what we did for this task, to keep it simple, we had 7 random places already filled and 5 were left empty, which would have only one solution. So, and we made it into a 2 condition wise. The first condition where they won't have any help from us, so they have to figure it out, figure the pattern out on their own. And the second condition was they would be guided by us. So for each block that they put in the gaps, they would hear if it's correct or it's incorrect. So here is the SOMAR, this is from SOMAR LED. So this is the no guide condition for one participant, and we are going to show the situation which is a high cognitive load situation. So here this was this was the first condition, just when they got the task at hand, and they still have to figure out what unique shapes they have, what where they have to put it, and how does it fit together. So initially we expected a high cognitive load, and that also we had here. After they become like familiar with the shape of it, they kind of drop one piece, and then you see a lot of corrective here to quickly pick it up. So there's also a spike that you see.
So this is where the high cognitive load is indicated.
So this is for a situation after which they became a bit more comfortable with the stimulus. They had the hands-on feels of it, what to do, the task was pretty clear. And this is the no guide condition, so we did not interfere with anything. So this is where you see the cognitive load was a bit lower. Moving on to the guiding condition. Here for each block they placed, they had an auditory input of it was correct or not. So as you see, there's a clear difference in the cognitive load itself. They are hearing constant inputs and they have to be engaged and listen to what we are saying, as well as if they are putting the correct block or not. So for the second, I kind of found this as the high cognitive load, like relatively. So this was when the participant was putting the blocks, and each of them was wrong. So they had to correct it. And this was relatively where the cognitive load was low. So in this case, they were still getting a feedback, but this time they kind of figured out the pattern of what was needed. And what they did was they were putting all the blocks correctly. So this is when they actually finished the task in the guide condition. So this is the data that we got from SOMAR LED. Now we will see, so this was purely pupil data, the findings that we had from pupil data. Next, moving on to the biometrics we got from EEG. So these are the four things that we get from the EEG that we have in Sense Metrics, which is a software by Vidbrain, which is workload, engagement, memorization, and balance. So this is the engagement for both the task condition was almost similar. We found no difference, like no significant difference in that. For the memorization part, the second task, they constantly had to respond to what we were saying, which was absent in the first condition. For the balance, the first task was relatively tougher because it also took a longer period of time. So we expected a negative balance, which we see here compared to the second condition. The workload for the first condition also, that there was no interference by us. We just let the participant do their thing. And this is the second, in the second task condition, they had to be attentive to what we were saying constantly. So this is what we have from both the softwares. Now I would like to invite Atharva and the volunteer so that we can have a short demonstration. So this is, okay, we're not seeing this. So this is the Sense Lab software by Vidbrain. Here, while we are setting it up, I will just run you through what all we have to do. The participant assignment is pretty similar. You usually use a code for it. And then all the devices that we have, one of them is connected through Bluetooth. The other one is connected through Wi-Fi, and the syncing is also done in the software itself. So the final file output that you can get, if you want Excel file, you will get an Excel file in CSV. Those are time synced together. So you just select both the sensors and then you start it. So so what we can do is we can show the glasses data from here. This is not started. Yeah, Wi-Fi is off. It's not. अभी नहीं करना चाहिए. Yeah.
So we'll do the eye tracking calibration here. Yeah, you can hold it. Just have to look at the calibrate. So it's done, and
So that's how the calibration works. What are you? So now we have a simple puzzle that we used. In the software, it is not. Uh, So this is what we would usually see if you are syncing EEG and eye tracker. So this is what you see from the glasses. You can see the gaze data online live, where they are looking at what task they are doing. So this is what the usual setup that we had for the task. So while they were doing the task, the first familiarization task that we gave them was just fill in the blocks, get familiar with it, and then we started our task. That's all from the demonstration.
yeah. So if you have more questions about this, we are outside because we just want to be on time, and yeah. So just ask him. He's engrossed in the task.
So any question? Answer
Yeah.
questions?
If there are any queries right now, we can answer. If anything which you would want to ask. Yes.
It can be done, but for that you will have to set it up through TTL. Through TTL. So like server and client. So its setup is possible. It can be done.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's recording. So both of them are recording. So the data from sense, like the EEG setup that we have.
Can you?
So through it's basically recorded through the Sense Lab. Sense Lab will sync all the devices for you, and then you can either export the data in CSV if you want to do your analysis. Otherwise, we have a cloud-based solution called Sense Metric, which will analyze and give you predefined metrics. So there are few predefined metrics based on the models they have, and then you can see those metrics.
Any more questions? Otherwise, we are outside. We can take it there. I think everyone is tired. I hope we were able to, convey what we are here for. So we have this portfolio of products. Please do write to us. And then there's one thing which I would want to mention. I did that in the last ACCS as well. So as a company, we want to grow, but we want to also have like a feedback and work on things which are actually needed, rather than just pushing a product which is available in the international market or in the Indian market to you. So what we would want from you is some kind of feedback or any problems which you are facing. It could be like a cable which is not allowing you to sync properly. It could be a chin rest. It could be anything which you would want to do, or if you feel that okay, this can be productified. So we are quite open to bring that on board, create a product around it, and present it to a global market, not only just India. So that is one thing, and the other is it's also about a lot of people want to use eye tracking or EEG or these devices, but they don't have a proof of concept in their field of study. So we've done some proof of concepts in the past 1 year. So one example I can give is dentistry. So they wanted to use it for understanding how people look at dentures, how experts are looking at, how novice or trainees are looking at. So we did a proof of concept for them. So these are smaller things, and we have demo units. We can make it available for you at a very nominal cost. We just want to cover the the conveyance and the daily expenses which occur, but that is solely to create a proof of concept for you, so that you can take it forward and apply to the right funding agency, make them understand the problem. So that is like a small step from our side, and we also want to grow with you all. So please give us a feedback, and if you have any problems or things which you want to bring back to us, please feel free to do that. Thank you so much. Our volunteer is still trying to solve the puzzle, but we'll give you an incentive, don't worry.
No,
We have chocolate for you.
Thanks so much.
Yeah. What 5% plus? Charger बोलो. Charger बोलो. यहाँ पे. There.
Thank you so much, Parag. It's always nice to see the efforts you make to come for ACCS and also share the products that you have. And we really hope your Titan Technologies grows and you keep coming to ACCS. So thanks to him. Let's just. So now we are towards the closing of this conference. I would just, we'll have a short valedictory, not a very formal one. So to start with, I would like to thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor of this university. Her support has been there from the start, right from approving for us to host this conference and then approving for giving this hall to host this conference and even otherwise. So a big thanks to Professor Sangeeta Srivastava and University Administration, the Registrar and Finance Officer. We are very, very thankful to all the invited speakers. Professor Chandan Vaidya, thank you so much for being here. Once again, Professor Bharat Biswal, Professor Charu Rueda, Dr. Samar Hussain, all the panelists, Dr. Nandini Chatterjee Singh, Vicky Bhatz and Shraddha Rawat. A big thanks to Professor Bapi Raju. Both have left, but Dr. Shrikant Padmala. They did a wonderful pre-conference workshop on cognitive neuroimaging, which was on 11th. And it was a long day, 9 to 6:30 almost, but I hope that was enriching for the participants who joined. Thanks to all the esteemed colleagues who are here from different institutions, all the participants. Thank you for your participation and enthusiasm for research, cognitive science research, and also for making that effort to come here. We are really happy to witness all the exciting talks that we heard, and particularly the poster sessions that we had. So we will now, since I'm talking about talks and posters, let me do the honors of announcing the best oral and best poster, which was very diligently reviewed by the colleagues from cognitive science community. I would invite Dr. Krishna Prasad to do this. This is actually Professor Chandrasekhar Pammi Best Oral Award and the Best Poster Award. Professor Chandrasekhar Pammi, for those who do not know, has been a professor here at CBCS, and it's in his honor. So the Best Oral Award is actually going to Nayana Raj. It's a tie. So Nayana Raj from IIT Delhi and Naman Payasi from IIT Delhi. So it's a tie. Please come up. Oh, both are not there. Nayana Raj and Naman are both not around. Okay. Okay, okay. So, yeah, just show the certificate. Okay, so there is a certificate that you get with some monetary reward as well. Is Nayana Raj coming in? No. Okay. So, there's another thing. So, Springer Nature actually offered a prize money this time, and they are actually giving e-books worth 130 euros each to the best oral and to the best poster, so that also you will be getting later, and we would request you to share your bank details to transfer all of this, and maybe Springer will directly contact you for the e-books. Okay. Also, there are some honorable mentions for the oral presentations. Pallab Basu from IIT Delhi. Oh, sorry, Triple IT? Oh, no, IIT Delhi, sorry. Tripti from CBCS. You can be louder. Lal, yeah. Lal Chandama from IIT Delhi. And Chehek Sanduja from IIT Kanpur. Manvi Joya from IIT Gandhinagar. And Navya Bajpayee from Triple IT Hyderabad. So you can see the jury has been really generous, right? So congratulations to, yeah, please stand up, the ones who are here. Pallab Basu, Tripti, Lal Chandama, Chehek, Manvi Joya. How come nobody is around? Okay. Navya Bajpayee. Okay, everybody left. Okay, so let me announce. The Best Poster Award goes to Lipika Taneja, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. And yeah, you can come forward. Yes. Dr. Krishna, please. So we have one certificate, which is Professor Chandrasekhar Pammi Award. The other one is with Springer Nature, yeah, mentioning the e-books. Yeah. Yeah. Congratulations. The honorable mentions, please stand up. Rashmi Ijari, IIT Delhi. And Ishan Singhal, University of Sussex. Ishan has left, I know. Okay. So coming back to the thank yous, so most importantly, we are very grateful to DST, Cognitive Science Research Initiative. They have supported this conference multiple times before, and we also received the support. Very thankful to Titan Technologies and Parag Amudkar and his team for their support and association with this conference. A big thank you to everyone at CBCS, faculty members, all the student volunteers, please stand up. All the student volunteers, please stand up. Yeah. So actually, it's their hard work. We were, yeah. What happened? Okay. Thanks to the staff members of the center and the staff of this venue, Prof. Ishwar Topa complex, the ICT cell of the university. We were having live streaming for all 3 days, and we kept receiving messages from some alumni who are sitting somewhere and they could actually watch the sessions, so that was nice. And also the faculty in charge of incubation center, that's why we could get the hall that where we had the posters. So thank you all. I hope that you had a comfortable stay in Allahabad and had an enriching time at this conference. So the next one is presumably at Hyderabad, so hope most of you will come back there. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Please don't forget to take your belongings with you. Be extra careful. Thank you.